What is going on, everyone? It's DJ Kuhl, and today we're going to be talking about how to arrange your drill beats. So if you've been following the channel, you'll know our last video was on how to make your drill beats sound more interesting, how to add stuff in to kind of make it stand out a little more. So we're going to use some of those tips combined with this beat that I already made to learn how to arrange our drill beats in a way that makes sense for rappers, and it's kind of like an industry sort of accepted way to arrange your beats. So if you guys want to see how I made the beat up until this point, there's a few videos on this channel that talk from this process of starting with nothing and then moving out and creating this beat, and I'm gonna put the link to the first one in that series in the top corner of the screen. So if you haven't seen the video on what this beat sounds like so far, I'm gonna play it real quick. So as you can hear, this beat is knocking already. We don't need to do anything to the physical beat, but what we do need to do is arrange it, because we can't have this looping over and over and over again. So I'm going to start by moving this section back so we can add in an intro. Normally what I'd like to do for my intros is just add in a melodic part, just only melody, and that's the way I hear a lot of these beats that rappers rap on, handle it. Sometimes there'll be an intro section after the melody where I'll have just the hats, maybe a synth bass underneath that, but we're just going to keep it basic, and we're just going to start with just a strictly melodic section. And you'll notice I copied over this transition effect here just to build it up into the chorus. And if you have questions on where to put your tag, normally right before the drop would be a good spot. So I'm just going to time stretch my tag, turn it down a little bit, and then we got that. I could probably turn it up a little bit, but that's not why we're here. But that's normally a good spot to put your tag, is in this first melodic section before the rapper starts rapping, so it doesn't overlap with anything. Okay, so when it comes to the structure of your beat, you want to keep it in sections of 4 bars, 8 bars, or 16 bars. Why that is because 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, that just sounds natural, you know what I'm saying? It kind of feels like it progresses naturally. So the chorus right now, we got 16 bars here, and if I just decided to cut it out at 15 or something, your normal listener would just be like, what the hell, you know what I'm saying? The human brain is kind of trained to these patterns, and most of these songs will keep that standard kind of 4 or 8 bars, 16 bars before it moves on to something else. So we got our chorus being 16 bars, so now we can move on to a verse or something. So the way I like to start my verses is I cut stuff out, the bass or the kick, and only have other certain elements. So we can put the crash in here and just kind of just have the hat and the snare in, and then we can bring everything back in, after 4 bars or something. We can bring the 808 in. Okay, so now that we got that 808 back in, we can bring in the kick. So I'm just gonna basically just copy everything from here, minus these rolls and this. I'm pretty sure this is another snare. And what we can do is we go from just the 808 and we bring in more stuff. Okay, so now that we got the kick and the 808, I'm gonna make just a few changes here and there just to make it more interesting. Again, I detail this more, how to cut out stuff to give the beat more variation in my last video, and I'll put a link to that in the top screen as well. So I'm gonna cut out the hat here, and then I'm going to cut out the hat here, I think, as well as I'll cut out the kick and snare on the end here. A lot of this is just kind of guess and check to see what sounds good. So we're about 20 seconds in here, so I'm gonna break it back down just to a melody, and I'm gonna actually go put in a synth bass and a transition effect, and this is gonna be a pre-chorus thing. So we got 16 bars of chorus right here, then we got 16 bars of verse, and then we can move to 8 bars of kind of like a pre-chorus section that transfers from the verse and then builds up into the chorus. We take out all those drums and we're creating a lot of tension, and then we just build it back up and it gets released in the chorus, and it makes it more hype. So I'm gonna go get a synth bass and I'm gonna put that in real quick. Okay, so we got a synth bass in here now, you know, just very basic, just playing the root note, and I'm gonna make sure that we have this crash in here as well. I'm not gonna use it as frequently as we do in the chorus. I just wanna make sure it's there because we have it in there and it would sound weird if we just cut it out for a long period of time. And I'm gonna put a transition effect, you know, in, you know, somewhat sparsely as well. Actually, I'm just gonna put it right here. Just don't want to overuse it, and we can basically just loop the chorus again. So let's select just the chorus and loop that again. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy everything over again, just to, you know, have a second verse structure, and we can make subtle changes like I detailed in my previous video, you know, just to make it more different and like not the same thing over and over and over again. So we'll have the 808 come back in, and we can cut out the hats here and there. So I'm going to use another tip that I highlighted in my previous video, and that is just chopping up the kick in the 808, and chopping up the beat just to make it, you know, give it a little different kind of flavor, just a different flair. So we'll see if this is too much, but we can cut out the hat and just... Yeah, that's a little too much, but let's try something like this. Yeah, so that adds, you know, a little bit, you know, of a different kind of flair, and then we break it back down into this transition section, and we build back up to the chorus. And then finally, what I like to do is I like to end with a melodic outro as well, just the melody. And yeah, there it is. That's how I like to arrange my beats. So I'm gonna play part of this beat so you guys can hear what the final product sounds like.
Kuhl.
Yeah, so that is the arranged beat. I hope you guys learned something about how to arrange your beats better, just to have a better structure. If you guys did, if you guys could leave a like, you know, drop a comment, let me know what you thought, you know, give me suggestions for future videos. It would really be appreciated. It would also help the algorithm to push out the content so more people would see it. And before I go, I was just checking my YouTube analytics, right? And only around 9 or 10% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed. So go down right now, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell so you guys can be notified when I upload next. As I said, hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys later.